Thank you very much for everybody for being here today. It's a great, exciting day. I agree with Representative Capriglione. I've been through numerous groundbreakings throughout the many years I've served in this capacity as well as a legislator, and this is as exciting or more exciting than most of all of those combined. It's a pretty historical day. I want to thank Matt for all the partnership and the hard work, Gio for all the work, but I mean, I will have to be honest with you a little bit, and maybe today cleanses some of that. You know, when he passed this legislation, originally had the concept in 2013, then I moved in this role in 2015, passes it in 2015, and, you know, I'd love to say that I always just called you representative, but back then when you first gave us this task with no money, no staff, I want to say, what the hell did he just do to us? Are you kidding me? Really? But, no, you know, half joking, half serious, that the task that we have had in front of us since that time has really been remarkable. I mean, it is one that I cannot tell you how high the mountains have been and how low the valleys have been, as in there is no blueprint. There is no map. There's no guidance of how do you get to this partnership of a private sector partner as well as the state oversight, that confidence, that security that the state is going to make sure that those precious metals that are deposited in this facility, the current facility that we have, or when we have this one, that they're safe and secure. They're going to be here always, and as you mentioned, you know, Texas is really, and of course we're a little biased, is a remarkable state. You know, my family moved here in the 1840s, and people say, why'd they move here? Well, they wanted to come here for an economic opportunity. And it's hard to imagine that every day when you wake up, I mean, there's another 1,100 people in Texas every day when you wake up. Half of those are someone moving to this state from somewhere around the world, literally from around the world. And why do they come here? For an economic opportunity. So as you said, a lot of people want to be Texans. Well, they can deposit their money right here, safe and secure in the state of Texas. And I want to say thank you, Mayor Pro Tem, City Council members, for all of your partnership and your help and your working with us. This has been a team effort, whether it's through our private partner with Matt Ferris and his group at Lone Star Tangible Assets, Representative Capriglione. I can't count how many conversations we have had over the course of the many years, and it's been a great partnership. It really has been. My team, Tom Smelker, has set up, when I told Tom, I said, okay, we caught the bus. It is ours now. And what do we do? And I'm like, figure it out. So, you know, it's been great. Tom has worked countless hours. You know, I'd almost want to ask him how many hours it is, but then he'd want overtime, and we don't do that. That's the private sector. So, you know, we're safeguarding the taxpayers' resources, and we don't do that. So, but anyway, it has been a remarkable project. Him and his team of internal task force within the agency that we set together to create this, and it is exciting today that now we get to have this groundbreaking. And yes, I was teasing the Mayor Pro Tem earlier. I was like, you know, I only showed up here not for the groundbreaking. I want to see you drive a bulldozer. And she was like, I want to drive a bulldozer. And I was like, well, I promise you I can make it happen. So, and if, you know, you want to drive a tractor, you know, I grew up on a family farm, so you can just come on down and help us this spring, in this coming spring. So we can put the whole city council to work if y'all want. It's great. My dad and my cousin are going to be thrilled. We got free employees for a couple of weeks. So come on down from Capriglione. We got some work for you. But it is exciting today. It's a great, fun opportunity that we get to have this groundbreaking. We will be back here within a year to make sure, as we have the ribbon cutting of this brand new state-of-the-art facility that is remarkable to know. Not only the largest vault here in the state of Texas, but has the capacity to hold more gold than that of Fort Knox. That is phenomenal. That is truly a Texas-sized story, and one that the rest of the world will be watching right here in Leander, Texas, Williamson County, the great state of Texas. So thank y'all with that. And at this point in time, I'd ask everybody if there's any questions. We'll be happy to field any questions from anybody. And if not, we're going to let everybody get off to their day, because we've got some work to do out here. All right, if there's no questions, thank y'all very much for being here.
Thank you again. Thank you, everyone, for being here for the groundbreaking of this landmark project. I want to offer a special thanks to the City of Leander, Williamson County, all of the City Council members, local law enforcement, county commissioners, Chamber of Commerce, local business community in general, We couldn't have done this and gotten to the point where we're at without you. So thank you very much. Thank you to Comptroller Hager and his staff for their dedication to seeing this project through since the law was established to create this. It's been an exciting project. Some ups and downs as you're building something new, which always occurs, but we've worked together well through this, and we are where we are today and continuing to drive forward. Finally, I'd like to thank our team from Lone Star Tangible Assets. I get to stand up here and be the face person and talk about things. If you ask some of the folks in the office, they would say that I'm the one that goes out and commits us to a bunch of stuff that they're not sure we can do, and then I come back and say, find a way to do it, and they do. So our team does a great job on that, and I thank them for their dedication. I want to specifically mention the efforts of Paul Hamilton. Colonel Hamilton's background and experience, 38 years in the United States Air Force, has been instrumental in getting this project off the ground. His experience in leading high security military facilities is very instrumental in the design and implementation of this infrastructure we're about to build. While today's groundbreaking marks a significant milestone regarding the physical infrastructure of the Texas Bullion Depository and Lone Star Tangible Assets future headquarters, it's important to note that the operations of the depository are already open and available for use for all U.S. citizens. In June of 2018, we launched services for individuals, business, trust, and estate accounts. The number of account openings continues to grow, with the average account valued at $200,000 US. Current services at the depository provide for separate segregated accounts for depository account holders. What this means is that if you deposit your precious metals at the Texas Bullion Depository, sometime later when you create a withdrawal, you will get back exactly what you put into it, your exact product, unlike the traditional banking system where you put your dollars in and it goes in the pool with everybody else's dollars. So that is a unique aspect of this. Everybody has a segregated individual private locker, basically, for their assets, whether a sovereign nation, a business, or an individual. The back-end infrastructure, along with the building we're commencing construction on today, has been designed with security and safety as the foundation block of operations. All Texas Bullion Depository account information is heavily encrypted. Every authentication and login into the platform requires two-factor authentication, whether you are an outside user or an inside user. Every single time you must two-factor authenticate in. The depository, one of the other services we offer, we conduct testing on all metals deposited. This is important because an individual or a consumer or a business entity, let's say in the state of Arizona, that buys precious metals from another precious metals dealer in some other state, and then requests that it be tendered for delivery to their account at the Texas Bullion Depository, may never actually even see that position of wealth that they've deposited at the depository. But what we do is we authenticate what was sent, verify that it's legitimate, report back to the actual account holder that everything is on the up and up, straight, and good to go to be deposited into their account. Lone Star Tangible Assets, along with its operating companies, the U.S. Gold Bureau and WholesaleCoinsDirect.com, has many new exciting projects on the horizon for the depository, including gold-backed payment systems, electronic gold financial products, and international offerings available for citizens located in parts of the world where a stable currency is a luxury that is not available to them. Recent turmoil in the U.S. financial markets only serves to underscore the need for the Texas Bullion Depository services. Texans and all American citizens continue to look for ways to protect their hard-earned wealth from the effects of inflation and concerns over unstable markets. The Texas Bullion Depository is part of that solution. In approximately 12 months, on the location where we are today, the world's most advanced precious metals depository will begin operations at its new facility. Again, we're currently open, but at the new facility. We've assembled a team of experts, all led by Colonel Hamilton, on this construction project and the infrastructure installation that will occur. Leander was chosen as the location for the Texas Bullion Depository based on its incredible growth, the leadership of the community, its local officials, cooperation with law enforcement, and all those factors became instrumental in choosing this location. Additionally, its close proximity to Austin, Texas, and its proximity to the Office of the Comptroller of Public Accounts also played a role. Leander, Texas has served as a tremendous partner in getting this new facility to where we are today. I thank them for their commitment to the community and to the state of Texas. Thank you all. I look forward to welcoming you back for the grand opening, hopefully about 12 months from now. With that, I'd like you to hear from the individual that pioneered this concept to begin with. Lone Star was not involved in any way with the actual legislation that created this. We only became involved when the Comptroller's Office issued the request for proposal and we had heard about it. But long before then, there were some very smart people thinking about how we protect the wealth of Texans as well as others around the world who would like to be Texans.
Just first, kind of I just have a few brief remarks, but on a personal note, I've been to dozens of groundbreaking and so on, but for me personally, this is more important and more invaluable than all of them together. This took a very long time. It took a lot of effort, but I think it's incredibly important for the state of Texas and for all Texans. So everyone knows that in Texas, we like to think big and we like to think outside the box. And especially when it comes to sound fiscal policy. That's why in 2015, the Texas legislature passed the Texas Bullion Depository legislation. That's going to be a Texas-sized safe haven for precious metals. Now, when you create a first-of-its-kind system, there's no blueprint to follow. You can't Google how to make a state depository. I looked, and yeah, it's right. And maybe later, but you can't. It just takes a lot of effort and a lot of creativity. I know, Tom, when we had first started talking about this, we kind of looked at each other like that movie, The Candidate, and you're like, okay, now what, right? What do we do? And so it did take a lot of creativity. It took a lot of effort to go and do that. And so today, to me, is just one of the biggest days in this journey and one of the biggest milestones in our journey to get this completed. And so at that, I just wanted to commend the Comptroller's Office, Comptroller Glenn Hager, for all of your effort and due diligence on this project. Lone Star Tangible Asset, thank you for all that you've done. The City of Leander, the county, Williamson County, it took a lot of people to get this done. But with all their hard work and their due diligence on breaking this first ground in fiscal policy and also breaking the literal ground. Thank you, Comptroller. Appreciate it. Thank you.